Well, that's according to NBA analyst and podcast host Bill Simmons, who took to his show to ignite another WNBA NBA debate by ranking where Caitlin Clark might sit amongst NBA athletes. Clark rose to fame during her college years at Iowa. Her signature threes and playstyle went viral along with her rivalry with fellow WNBA rookie Angel Reese, contributing to the league's record-breaking success this last season. Simmons made comparisons with Clark to under 30 NBA stars like Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Is Caitlin Clark a bigger under 30 star than any other under 30 star in the NBA? I don't even think that's a debate, Simmons said in conversation with author Chuck Klosterman. I literally did not care about women's college basketball 10 years ago in any way, shape, or form. So I think some things have moved towards just the quality of play is more fun to watch. Pointing to how the WNBA has shattered records with TV viewership and league attendance skyrocketing in the most recent WNBA season that saw Clark make her debut. She seems to be some sort of catalyst that is like before and after, and now we're in the after, he added. Such a claim has proven to be controversial, with people on social media reacting to it by pointing to the fact that the likes of Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Luka Doncic are all under 30. There are 445 NBA players under 30, and, for Simmons, Clark leads all of them in terms of notoriety. Simmons also made the point that the fact women's college basketball allows its player to become stars more quicker than men's college basketball. You have this history with these women's players in college for 3 years. You kind of have a sense of their game. So when they come to the WNBA, you know what they can do, Simmons continued. Clark became one of the highest ever paid WNBA rookies, helped by the fact she was already a household name by the time she made her debut in the league earlier this year. The 22-year-old, along with Angel Reese, set the record for the most watched women's college basketball game of all time back in 2023 during the NCAA Women's Basketball Final. An audience that peaked at 24 million and averaged 18 million meant the final outperformed the 2023 and 2024 NBA Finals, along with any men's NCAA basketball game. Clark will play her second season of basketball in May for the Indiana Fever, after appearing to pass on a mouth-watering deal to play in the inaugural unrivaled league with her fellow stars like Reese. The financials of the proposed, which reportedly exceed $1 million for the 8-week tournament, point towards the stardom and stature of Clark and her place amongst American athletes. The league has said a place will always be available to her, but so far Clark has remained quiet and has instead focused on playing golf in her off-season. Bill Simmons has claimed there is no debate, as he asserted that WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark is a bigger star than many of her NBA peers. The Indiana Fever point guard made the successful transition to the professional stage after she was selected as the #1 overall pick in the 2024 draft. From there, the 22-year-old broke 11 league records as she helped the Indianapolis outfit reach the playoffs before being named the Rookie of the Year. The former Iowa College Sensations star Power also helped the WNBA draw its best ratings in 25 years, with games yielding an average of 657,000 viewers in 2024. Now, the Ringer broadcaster Simmons has opined that the Fever hero currently boasts a more significant profile than any of her contemporaries in the NBA, under the age of 30. Speaking during a recording of his The Bill Simmons podcast, he said, "Is Caitlin Clark a bigger under 30 star than any under 30 star in the NBA?" As Chuck Klosterman then replied, Yes, before Simmons duly remarked, I think she is too. I don't even think that's a debate. I literally did not care about women's college basketball 10 years ago in any way, shape, or form. So I think some things have just moved toward the quality of play is more fun to watch. But she seems to be some sort of catalyst that is just, it's like before and after. And now we're in the after. Simmons went on to contend that Clark's route to stardom has helped her to build up a head of steam in terms of her fame. He added, "You have this history with these women's players in college for 3 years. You kind of have a sense of their game. So when they come to the WNBA, you know what they can do." These comments come after NBA Commissioner Adam Silver previously paid tribute to Clark for her transformative impact on the popularity of the women's game. He said, "Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. She's brought so much attention to the entire league. People are seeing how deep this league is, how good the qualify of basketball is. It's wonderful to see." Meanwhile, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert also assessed Clark's influence, as she praised fellow starlets such as Angel Reese for bringing attention to the league. She said, "She's clearly an unbelievable player. Came in with an unbelievable following, has brought a lot of new fans to the league. If you look at our historic season in terms of our attendance, viewership, Caitlin, Angel Reese, 2, Rikia Jackson, Cameron Brink. This class of rookies, we will be talking about them a generation from now." Engelbert added, "No league is ever about one player. That one player could get hurt, or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries, and you can't do that alone as one person." Caitlin Clark has officially passed the popularity test as far as Bill Simmons is concerned. The sports writer yesterday declared her the most famous basketball player under 30, eclipsing the entire current NBA roster, including names like Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic. While it has inspired a heavy debate online, analyst Rachel Demita agrees with Simmons and has offered another radical take on the situation. Taking to her YouTube channel, Demita discusses how where certain factors like fandom, hype, and viewership are concerned, there are perhaps only two NBA names that stand above the WNBA Rookie of the Year: LeBron James and Steph Curry. Then she proceeds to compare CC with another famous NBA name, Victor Wembanyama. If you were going to set up two different games, say, put them in football stadiums, put a Caitlin Clark game in a football stadium here, and put a Wemby game, whoever it is, whatever player you want to focus on, put them in another football stadium here, and see which football stadium stands out. For reference, Wembanyama, whose net worth is reported at $10 million, is at number 1 in the 30 under 30 list. But Demita confidently states, "I guarantee you, if you put a Caitlin Clark game in a football stadium in the United States, it'll sell out." She clarifies that she's not talking about the Indiana Fever guard being skilled enough to play in the NBA. There, her stance is clear, that Clark has not entered that conversation yet. But where popularity is concerned, as Simmons also put it, the Iowa sensation is the point that moves the needle in all of basketball. Now, the NBA has been a global game for many, many years. And does Caitlin Clark have that same draw overseas? And these random countries, I also think that she might. Demita concludes, "Given that women's basketball or women's sports in general are nowhere close to what men's basketball has done globally, But CC has been the catalyst, propelling the change, and making sports fans across the world view this game differently. Caitlin Clark was already a menace in her college days, setting the record for most career points, be it the men's or women's game. Her ability to bring more eyes to the sport was unprecedented, so much so that the 2023 NCAA Women's Final had millions more viewers than the men's final. The tradition continued on WNBA Draft Day and into the season with the Indiana Fever. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver could see the impact as well, who said, "Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. She's brought so much attention to the entire league. People are seeing how deep this league is, how good the quality of basketball is. It's wonderful to see." A recent post with Silver meeting Clark at a Pacers game went viral online because, amid comments like those of Bill Simmons, there is only one solution. With NBA viewership ratings going down on platforms like ESPN and TNT, perhaps it's time to utilize the most famous basketball player in the other league as well. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese was recently in Las Vegas, Nevada for Complex Con. Following a hectic WNBA rookie season, the Sky forward spoke on her basketball journey with Speedy Mormon. While the two discussed Reese's journey to the WNBA, Mormon asked the Sky star about her relationship with Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. Clark and Reese battled for the 2024 Rookie of the Year award, with the Fever guard ultimately taking home the trophy. While fans have pinned the two against each other, Reese emphasized that there are no hard feelings. "I don't think it's just her fans. I think it's fans in general," Reese said. "People don't realize at the end of the day, we're human. You guys watch us. Knowing that, it's just basketball. I promise you, it's just basketball. I don't have any hard feelings towards her. She doesn't have any hard feelings towards me. But yeah, it gets crazy sometimes." She explained that fans may take the rivalry too far in some instances, but didn't give much detail in describing any of those circumstances. The challenge facing first-year coach Jan Jensen is monumental, as she attempts to secure the team's first-ever NCAA title in the year following Clark's exit. While Gyamphy hasn't yet taken center stage for the team this year, she could emerge as a key player as the season unfolds. Adam Silver expressed high praise for Caitlin Clark, saying, "Caitlin Clark set the world on fire about her debut season with the Indiana Fever." The NBA commissioner was courtside at the clash between Indiana Pacers and New Orleans Pelicans, where he found time to greet 22-year-old Clark. Although the contents of their short interaction are not public, Silver seized the moment on FanDuel Sports Network Indiana to commend Clark's expanding list of triumphs. On air, Silver shared, "Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community." He continued, nodding to the league's standard of play. "People are seeing how deep this league is, how good the quality of basketball is. I jokingly said this league is a 28-year overnight sensation." Basketball enthusiasts first took note of Clark when she shone at U16 level, bagging gold in the FIBA Americas Championship in 2017, following it up with two more at U19 in the FIBA World Cups in Thailand and Hungary. Choosing to hone her skills at the University of Iowa, she made waves with the Hawkeyes, reports the Irish Star. From 2020 to 2024, an impressive roster of accolades recognized Clark's stunning performances, earning her titles such as 2 AP Player of the Year awards, John R. Wooden Honors, James E. Sullivan trophies, along with double wins for Naismith College Player of the Year and USBWA National Player of the Year. Clark's college career was nothing short of spectacular, culminating in the Iowa Hawkeyes retiring her iconic number 22 jersey. She was the first overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Fever and made her debut in a game against the Connecticut Sun. Despite the team's loss, Clark managed to score an impressive 20 points and made 10 turnovers, the most from a rookie in WNBA history, hinting at an extraordinary first season in the big leagues. Thanks to her stellar performance, she helped the Fever reach their first playoffs in 8 years, although they were defeated by the Sun in a best-of-3 series. The point guard broke several prestigious WNBA records during her rookie season, including becoming the first Fever player to record a triple-double, setting the WNBA single-season record in turnovers, breaking the WNBA rookie assists record, making a league-high 122 three-pointers, and becoming the fastest woman to break 100 three-pointers in the WNBA. Thanks to her efforts, Clark finished the regular season with an average of 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game, and subsequently received the WNBA's Rookie of the Year accolade after receiving 66 of the 67 total votes. Fans are eagerly awaiting to see how Clark continues to rise in prestige when the 2025 season gets underway.